there, because everyone has haters, and I actually have tons of haters. I just want to say that you can threaten me and harass me all you want, but that's not going to bring me down, because I'm stronger than you think, and I'm a positive person. Like, I've been getting bullied all my life, and I know who I am, and you can call me as many names as you can think of, but that's just going to make me laugh, because one, you have no idea who you are. Two, you have no idea who you're talking to. And three, I can make you look like a fool to the point where it can be funny. I'm the biggest sarcastic smartass you will ever meet. Like, basically, like I told you in the last video, if you call me a whore, I'll ask you when I became a prostitute. If you, what else? If you call me a slut, no, another thing. If you call me a whore, I'll be like, I got actually checked, because, no, basically, I'm sorry, I'm losing concentration here. But what I'm trying to say is, if you call me a whore, I'll either say, when did I become a prostitute? Or I'll be like, that's funny, because I already got checked, and I was told that I'm clean. So, there's proof that I'm not a whore. You can call me a slut, but the thing is, I've only been with one guy, so how does that make me a slut? I've been, the most names I've been got called was a skank, a cunt, a slut, and a whore, which I find that funny, because none of them titles me. What else? I've been got called a bitch, and I can admit that I'm a bitch when someone messes with me. I've been getting called a cunt, which, to be honest with you, I seriously don't know what a cunt is. And so, to be honest with you again, I was told what a cunt was, but I never actually looked it up to see if it was true. What else? I've been getting called a skank a lot, which I really don't care if people call me a skank, because one, I was told that skank meant dirty, and two, the only time I would actually accept the fact that I'm a skank is if I didn't take showers for a really long time and I started smelling. I would call myself a skank, but I'm pretty good at keeping myself clean. What else? Another thing, I was brought up to learn that if you don't know what something means, don't say it. Like, I had a lot of people, basically girls and guys, call me a whore, and they don't even know the definition of a whore. I've had people call me a slut, and they don't even know the definition of a slut. I had so many people harass me, call me these nasty names, and they don't even know the definition of them. So what's the point of saying something to someone if you do not know the definition? And another thing is, if you're going to call someone a whore, the next word you shouldn't call them is a hoe, because a hoe is short for whore. So if you're going to call them a whore and then a hoe, you just call them another whore, and it doesn't make sense. And basically, people say that a hoe is short for a whore, but if you type in hoe in, a hoe is actually a gardening tool. So it's like, you call me a hoe, and I'll be like, when did I become a garden tool? How do I look like a garden tool? Like, seriously. Don't harass people and call them nasty names if you do not know what it means. Like, if you do not know what a definition to a word is, do not say it. Respect people how you want to be respected. And if you're not going to respect people basically, if you're nice and you're going to treat someone mean, they're going to respect you by treating you mean. And if you don't like it, well, don't do it. Don't do something that you don't want done to you. Simple as that. What else? A lot of people make up lies, and it's not right. So don't lie because God is watching you. And the more you lie, the more it's a sin. I lie so many times, but when I know that I'm lying, I apologize to God. Yeah, I believe in God 100%. And basically, I'm the kind of girl who speaks my mind. And if you don't like it, oh well, I don't really give a crap. Because I only speak my mind. Like, it's good to speak your mind, even though if it's a bad thing, you should still speak your mind. Like, I've been with my man since last year, and we tell each other everything, no matter how bad it is. That's what a faithful relationship is. Like, my husband told me and my mom that if he decides to cheat on me, that he won't even tell me. And you know what? He's not going to cheat on me. So for all of you girls who know Zachary Buccieri, you need to leave him alone because he wants nothing to do with all you boys and skanks and sluts. And the only reason I'm saying calling girls these is because when you talk to him, and I have proof that every time you talk to him or try to talk to him, you ask him to sext you. And the next girl who gets a hold of Zachary Buccieri's number and tells him to sext them or ask him to show him his dick, I will be reporting you to the state police for sexual harassment. And this goes for you, Sarah. There's a girl named Sarah who, well, so anyway, my husband used to be friends with a guy named Vince, or Vinny, however you pronounce this guy's name. And his last name is Falco, Vince Falco, Vincy Falco, whatever how you pronounce his name. He's really fat, by the way. Anyway, he's been trying to get rid of me since last year, but it's not working. And he's been trying to get this whore named Sarah, which is his friend, to get rid of me as well, and to try to make him cheat on me with Sarah. But it's not going to work because he already thinks Sarah is the biggest whore ever. He told my mom that she had sex with over 7 guys, which is really disgusting. What else? Every time my mom or me mentioned his name or her name, that's actually kind of funny. He shakes, like he thinks it's disgusting. Like, he's never gonna date a whore or a slut. Also, another thing is, for me to call someone a whore, they would have to have an STD, or they would have to be a prostitute. And from how I grew up, a whore is a prostitute with an STD. And that's why when I find out someone has an STD, I call them a whore. And to be honest with you, I only call people nasty names is if they give me a reason to. Like, for saying, the only way I will harass someone is if I know the facts. Well, I'm not the kind of person who harass someone, but you know what I mean. Basically, harassing to me, like if I'm harassing someone, I really don't call it harassing because it's actually speaking the truth. So, that's all I have to say. Bye, all you leaders. My computer just froze. Fuck. This is not cool. Maybe it's because the computer's that side. I don't know. Thank you.